What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and this time I'm going to be continuing to show you how to make the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach lobby. This is part 12, and in this one we're going to be finishing this room down here in its entirety, along with getting the layout of the kitchen up above done. That's really all we accomplished, unfortunately. I know it is kind of not much, but that room download takes forever, apparently. And yeah, that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Okay, so to start off this part, which is number 12, you should have this. Again, you should have filled in the floor between, hopefully, these recent two parts, which took like 30 seconds, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so you want to start off by getting out, hold on, I'm not there yet, I need to get there. You want to start by getting out blue terracotta, red terracotta, white concrete. Is this also white concrete, or is it smooth quartz? Okay, good, it is still white concrete. Black concrete. Red concrete. Light blue terracotta. We got the whole family of concretes and terracottas here, my goodness. Magenta concrete, adding to the list. Sea lanterns. And I think blackstone slabs should suffice. We will probably have to destroy a couple of them later anyway, but that's not really a huge deal for me. So, we will start off on this right side where we just forgot to bring up the walls, or I guess didn't forget, but just simply didn't. You want to start with the magenta, this kind of weird diagonal wall, and you want to bring it up with 7 additional rows of magenta. You should be one short of the oak planks here, if that is important in any way, shape, or form. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. What was that Minecraft ambiance sound? That was a haunting one for sure. I don't think I want answers though. So you should have this. You'll take this light blue terracotta here, and you'll extend it up with a light blue terracotta. Then you'll go up with a red, light blue. That would be a red concrete, by the way, not a terracotta, sorry. Black concrete, 2 blue terracotta, and then you'll end with a sea lantern. You want to extend each blue terracotta up to that same height. There is kind of one exception to this, which I'm actually not going to worry about. I'm just going to tell you to bring everything up to that height. Making sure you have the sea lantern on top when you do this. At least on the, well, I might wait on the sea lanterns. I guess who cares, though. Yeah, you can add the sea lanterns, whatever. You just don't need all of them. They're kind of an unnecessary, but, oh well. You should have this. Do you want exception I mention? I kept saying exemption. That's a different word. You want to take this black concrete here and where it is on the little weird light blue terracotta that's kind of shadowed in the corner. You'll break the blue terracotta just to the side of the black concrete and replace it with a white concrete. I forget what this pixel art is, but it's something. It might be Roxy? It looks like it would be Roxy. I don't know. I think it's Roxy. Anyway, you'll take the top blue terracottas here, these kind of end diagonals, and just connect them together diagonally, along with these sea lanterns above them. Just like so. We can now focus on the red terracotta. Extend each diagonal up by 1. If you're looking at it, you want to go left to right each of these times, and you want to place... It's either going to be red or white. Red terracotta or white concrete. You'll place red, 2 white, red. Next row, left to right, 2 white, red, white. Next row is the... You're actually just inverting it, I think, because it's white, red, 2 white, and then the next row is red, 2 white, red. And then the final row you need is just red. Oh god, I went too high. That is another Frederick Fazberington logo. So if you take each end diagonal of red terracotta, you will extend the... I guess bring them up with a blue terracotta like so, and then extend those blue terracottas towards each other with 2 blue terracotta. They should meet at a point. Unfortunately, that is very misleading, because instead of, like, in that point placing a sea lantern, you'll place to the outside of each of these blue terracottas a sea lantern, so you have this. And then the rest of this diagonal space will just be a blue terracotta ceiling. This room isn't too bad in general. There are a lot of little things going on, but it's not by any means as bad as some other rooms. While I am thinking about it, before we move on, the blue terracotta wall here that is one row shorter than literally every other wall with the like weird diagonals of concretes on them, which are supposed to be the logos of each of them. Like it's the security breach version logo, I guess. You'll place a row of sea lanterns on top of that wall. In addition, we have kind of two more things to worry about. So before we fill in the ceiling, we're going to end up punching in all the sea lanterns because they're in such a weird pattern, there's no point in doing otherwise. You'll take this leftmost magenta concrete, which is just to the right of this row of sea lanterns we placed, and you'll bring it right with a magenta. You'll then go forward diagonally, right one, and again, we're still using the doorways here as the front. Forward diagonally, right one, and then forward diagonally, right one should connect. Again, from this point, you'll have your entire ceiling filled with upside-down black stone slabs in both halves of the room. Yeah, so what am I thinking? This is part 11. I think part 12 will finish this side, and I'm thinking 2 parts for the other side. I think 14 is reasonable. I think that's a fair guess right now. Which is under 15, can confirm. I don't know. That'll be weird though for me, because then I'll have to record 1 part. If I'm recording 3 right now. Well, actually no, because never mind. This is 11, so I'd be recording 10, 11, 12, and 12 will be the probably rest of this side, which was my goal. But either way, you know, it's weird. I don't know. I missed the back half. That's so cool. But yeah, and I am working on other maps as well for big tutorials like this, so expect more of these. I do take it most of you enjoyed them. Although, I guess let me know what you feel about these kind of big ones, like i.e. Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. I know that one's a little bit absurd, but still. I will throw it into the mix because I do know people enjoy those types of things, but is that something you are actually interested in building? Because I know that thing is absolutely gigantic. So anyway, from above, you should have this now. I am way up there, whoopsies. You should be inside the room, preferably, unlike me, and we're gonna just kind of run around and punch in all the sea lanterns. There is absolutely no particular pattern to this. Actually, there might be. Kind of, but not really at the same time. So, we will head to the little, like, it's the letters on the side here. It says, I think it's customer service or something. You'll take this first upside-down diorite slab at the front. You will count to the blackstone slab above it and then count to the right by 3 and break this one and replace it with a sea lantern. You'll then count back from this one by 5, so leaving 4 open, and this one will be a sea lantern. It should be 3 away from the back wall if you're paying attention. Head back to the front one. We'll use the front one each time, and from it you will count right by 4. And then forward by 2, and you'll place a sea lantern here. From this one, you will count back by 4, sea lantern, back by 4, sea lantern. Again, using the front one, you will count right by 5, and forward by 1, and you'll have a sea lantern here. You'll then do the same thing, where you'll count back by 4, sea lantern, back by 4, sea lantern. That's all the sea lanterns in the front half of this room. There are 2 in the back half, but I think to make them a little bit easier, we want to place a pillar in the middle of this, like, weird hallway. So, if you look at the posters on the left side here, you have this one. It's the one with the white terracotta, yellow terracotta, strip birch, and light blue concrete. This is the, I believe, daycare, if I'm correct. You want to take the row of blue terracotta just in front of it, which is this row, and you want to count to the 5th cyan terracotta on the floor over. So first, second, third, fourth, 5th. You should have both 4 to the left and to the right of this one if you are counting. And you'll just place a magenta concrete pillar all the way up here, which you will have to break into the ceiling for. Forgot to do this before we filled in the ceiling, but it is what it is. In front of this pillar, you'll count to the 3rd blackstone slab in front and just place a sea lantern. And from the back, you will count to the, I believe it's the 4th one back? I'm having troubles counting that. It is the 5th one back, 3rd, 4th, 5th. And then you'll count right by 1 and you'll have a sea lantern there. And that's the lighting. Nice. We'll start with the back, I think, because the back is kind of easy. Although before we do that, I think we should get the rest of the ceiling stuff done. So you need now mangrove slabs. Or mangrove stairs, excuse me, not slabs. Diorite slabs. Andesite walls. Deep slate tile slabs. And we can actually get out the stuff for the back here, which is light blue concrete, yellow terracotta, orange terracotta, warped stairs, and what do we go with? This is like an unfortunate material regardless, I think. There's no winning. There's just 0 winning. We'll go acacia stair, that's fine. We'll start with the front this time, so that way we can just kind of work to the back end, so transition nicely. So, at the front right, you want to find the front rightmost sea lantern, which is this guy right here. From it, you want to count forward an additional 1, and then right by 2, and break this black stone slab and replace it with an andesite wall. Ignore that you can just see the void above it, we'll worry about that later. From this one, you'll go forward diagonally right and place another andesite wall on the ceiling. Below each andesite wall you want to place a deep slate tile block, along with an upside down slab below that, still of deep slate tile. Just like so. There are 2 on the other side here. They are lined up, which is always cool. You want to, from the front left-hand corner slab, it's this guy right here. You want to count back from it by 1. And then to the right by 3, and you'll have an andesite wall here, with another one forward diagonally, or back diagonally left by 1 from it, excuse me, it does throw me off. And then you'll have the same thing, essentially kind of inverted 1 block off the back wall here. So if you take the back left black stone slab here, you will count right by 3, and forward by 1, and place a wall here with another one forward diagonally left. So you see those line up pretty nicely, and then again you'll have your deep slate tile under each one with the slab included. It's a block and a half. These are just little TV screens. So next up, you want to take the front left sea lantern this time, which is this one right here. It's behind a screen a little bit. You'll count right of it by 2 and break this slab and replace it with an upside down mangrove stair facing right. These are, I want to say they're like they're fire alarms or sprinklers, one of the 2. From that stair, you'll count right by 4, and you'll break this slab along with the one in front, which will both be replaced with upside down diorite slabs. These are vent covers. Head back to the mangrove stair and count back by 2 from it and left by 1, and break this slab along with the one behind it, and still do the same thing with the upside down diorite slabs. That is all for that particular section. I'm going to turn a little bit so I'm not tilting my head so much to see what I'm building. That's a fun time. Head to the magenta concrete pillar here at the back. It's this one in the little hallway. From it, you will count forward diagonally left by 2 and break this slab and replace it with an upside down mangrove stair facing backward. From that one, you will count back by 3 and left by 1 and just place a singular upside down diorite slab there in the ceiling. And that is all of the extra stuff that we need. To start off, I'm going to give you a pattern here, and it's essentially, as you do this, you want to follow just one row inside of these walls. You're going to start from the left and go just back. So you'll leave this magenta open, and then off this first block, you'll place going back light blue, concrete, yellow terracotta, orange terracotta, and then you'll leave a gap. Go orange, light blue, and then you should be against the magenta here, where you'll leave the magenta open, and off the right of this blue here, you'll place an orange, back light blue, yellow, orange, light blue, yellow, orange, and then light blue should end you just like 2 blocks shy of the wall. Essentially, you have this kind of going on. You're sticking inside of your walls by a block and just looking at it based on the right side. Now you will end up looking from the back instead, but that's besides the point, just whatever wall it's on. And from this wall, you'll again leave the magenta open and place yellow, orange, light blue, yellow, light blue. Direct your attention to the right wall and moving forward. Again, you'll leave the magenta open and place orange, light blue, leave a gap, yellow, orange, light blue, yellow, leave a gap, yellow, orange, and then you should be at your magenta pillar, so you'll leave that open, and off this next blue, you'll place yellow, orange, light blue, yellow, orange, light blue. Bring each of those up by 2 with their respective materials. These are lockers. They suck, and I hate them, but they're here, and I don't like how they look particularly. This kind of makes this area look a little bit worse, but they are there. You could try to place, like, buttons off of them if you wanted, or something to spice them up. Or even make them a block that's more tiled. Like, you could use gold, copper, and diamond if you really wanted. It's a little bit out there, but yeah, there's Poppy Playtime uses a block of gold in an area, so you know, it's not too out there, I guess. And I feel like I've used diamond for something. Oh, it uses emerald too in chapter 2. Anywho, take the magenta concrete pillar in the middle of this room and extend the bottom block both forward and backward with 2 warp stairs facing left. Take the frontmost one and count left by 2 from it and place an acacia stair facing forward. You want an acacia trapdoor on top of this stair, and then we'll just kind of clear our inventory from there. Once you grab that out really quickly. Trying to decide where I want to go with this, because this is kind of a weird part. You'll start by getting out moss blocks, short grass, crimson trapdoors, and then you want crimson stair, mangrove trapdoor, waxed weathered copper trapdoor. I guess we'll get out acacia stairs and acacia trapdoor again, because we do need them here. And we'll go dark oak plank. I think that makes the most sense. Nothing really makes that much sense, but it makes the most. So we're going to do 2 areas kind of simultaneously here. When I say simultaneously, I mean once we finish this area, we're going to bounce a little bit here, because we need this for both of them, which I just realized. So if you're in this back hallway, you want to kind of head to the back warp stair here and go back diagonally right from it and place a moss block with short grass on top. And again, you should know the drill where you surround the moss block on each side with crimson trapdoors open up against it. You could alternatively use signs or banners if you like those better, but I think the trapdoors work just fine. From the front warp stair, you'll do a similar thing where you'll go forward diagonally left with a moss block, placing your grass on top and your trapdoor off each side. You'll do kind of the same thing again. You'll place one of these at the front, where if you take the right row of magenta out of this kind of frame, you'll count left by 3 and back by 1 and place a moss block here and do the same thing. Wow, that is some tall grass. That is some tall, short grass. Short, tall grass? No, I guess, yeah, tall, short grass would be more right. Anyway. To the left of this area, you want to take this first magenta concrete and count left by 2. Place a crimson stair. Off of the top of that crimson stair, you want a mangrove trap door, and off of the front of it, you want a waxed weathered copper trap door open up against it. You leave a gap of 1 and place a moss block with your short grass on top and your crimson trapdoors off all the applicable sides, I guess. And then left of that, you'll place 2 dark oak planks into the corner. From the rightmost dark oak plank, which is the first one you should have placed, you'll go forward diagonally right by 1. Extend it forward by 7. And yeah. You can get rid of 3 things. Your dark oak planks, your moss blocks, and your short grass. And you want to get out bamboo stairs, bamboo trap doors, and cherry trap doors. And so we're still gonna have to balance, but we can essentially make this a little bit more logical, where we start from the left, then we go to the right, finish the right, and come back to the left. So off of the dark oak planks here, this kind of big row on the right, you'll take the front one and you'll count back by 1. You'll place a bamboo stair facing forward with a cherry trap door opened up against the front of it and a bamboo trap door on top. You'll then leave a 4-block gap moving back from that, and on the final red wall, you'll place an acacia stair facing right, with just a trapdoor on top. We don't have a trapdoor here because we have the little line here, the, like, I don't know what those things are, the little poles with the, like, lines between them. I can't even think of words at all to describe it, you know? Anyway, front left-hand corner. You want to be just kind of where the magenta sticks out a little bit on these 2 rows. And you want to place, going back here, a bamboo stair facing right and then an acacia stair facing right. You should know the drill. You'll end up having an acacia trapdoor on top of the acacia stair, along with one opened up against the, I guess, front of the stair. And then you do the same thing you did before with the bamboo stair. Cherry trapdoor open up against the front of it, bamboo trapdoor on top. Is that hinge? That's the handle, isn't it? No, it is the hinge. That's weird. It looks like it would be a handle. I don't know. Anyway, ignore that and head to the right side over here where you have this weird diagonal area. There's a lot of these, I guess, but this one particularly. We're going to just place a bunch of stairs to start. From the... You want to take the backmost row blue terracotta, which is this one right here. If you're on the cyan terracotta in the floor, you will count forward by 2, and then left by 1 and place a bamboo stair facing right. From that one, you'll go forward diagonally left and place an acacia stair facing forward. Then count forward 2 and right 1 and place a bamboo stair facing back. Then count right 2, and from this block, both forward and backward by 1, you'll place acacia stairs facing left. From the back acacia stair here, you'll count right by 2 and place an acacia stair facing back. And then you'll take the cyan terracotta between those 2 acacia stairs and count back by 2 and place a bamboo stair facing left. You should, in theory, be able to do the same thing you've done with all the other ones. Place a cherry trapdoor off the front of each bamboo stair, and then a bamboo trapdoor on top. And the same thing with the acacia, where you have an acacia trapdoor opened up against both the front of it and against the top of it. Like so. You can clear your inventory. And get out. Nether brick fence. Blackstone walls. Diorite walls. White carpet. Black carpet. Purple stairs. That's a fun one. Purple slabs. Polished black stone stairs. And we'll go item frames. So we'll just, I guess, kind of from this point wipe the room going right to left, just finishing everything. From the blue terracotta here at the, I guess, back of this area, you'll go forward diagonally right with a nether brick fence. Then with a diorite wall. Then with a blackstone wall, and then with a nether brick fence. You should have this. Extend each nether brick fence up by 3. And then extend the blackstone walls and diorite walls up by 3 with the inverse, basically just doing a checkerboard pattern. So on top of the diorite, you'll place a blackstone, diorite, blackstone. And then on top of the blackstone, you'll place diorite, blackstone, diorite. On top of each of the top walls from there, you'll place, again, the inverse of carpet, this time, I guess, based on color. So on top of the blackstone wall, it's a white carpet. On top of the diorite, it's a black carpet. And then you'll extend these out an additional row on top of the nether brick fence with still the opposite. This is, again, another gate, but it's on a diagonal, so, like, frick that. But, yeah, it's what I made there out of what I had. Directing your attention forward a little bit, you're going to kind of follow this magenta concrete wall until you just beyond this first row of 2 magenta that you find. And you'll be just to the left of it in this little block. You'll place a purple stair. You'll extend it back by 2 with stairs all facing left. And then you'll go left with a stair facing forward. Back with 2 stairs facing, I guess 1 stair facing left and then a stair facing forward. left with a stair facing left, and then back with another stair facing left. Could you have done this? Yeah, I guess you could have. I guess it didn't matter. Whatever. It's whatever. On top of either of the kind of inner corner stairs, which are these ones right here, the one where 3/4 of the top is filled in, you'll place polished black stone stair on top of each facing left. You'll also have an item frame off of the flat side of that stair. On top of every other purple stair, you'll just place a purple slab. Now we can start to get into fun territory. Although first, you know how I am with inventory management, so we're going to do one thing. I'm realizing we can't do the other, but that's fine. If you take the front right-hand red wool, you'll count back diagonally right by 1, and just place a nether brick fence in the middle of the floor. It'll be more important later. I think we're going to actually make a banner. Well, we need to make a banner for this, but I think we're going to make a different banner first. And then once we make that banner, we can kind of help it, or can help us to make this one. You'll see why I'm saying it like that. Clear your inventory either way from there and get out. Andesite walls. Barriers, which I don't think we've used yet. I'll give you the command in a second. Blue carpet. No, we have. Never mind. We have. White carpet. Gray carpet. Spruce slabs. Dark oak trapdoors, I guess. We need them anyway, eventually. Yellow terracotta. And we'll go with a polished blackstone button. So to start on the area that we were just at, you want to... By the way, if you do need the barrier command, again, it is this. You can just go find it. It's between the andesite walls and the other point, below blue carpets as well. You can just block pick it. But you want to kind of be in the corner, just kind of to the left of this counter we made, the purple one. And you want to count back diagonally left by 1 and place an andesite wall. Back diagonally left from that, you want a barrier. Back with an andesite wall. Back diagonally left with a barrier, and then back with an andesite wall. You could wait until we do all of it, but I'm going to place blue carpet on this row for now, just so it's fresh in the mind and you know where each one is. I thought there was another one there. So silly of me. Anyway, this first window you have on the, I guess again, it is kind of the front wall. You'll take the magenta just to the right of it and place an andesite wall off of it going back. Behind that, a barrier. Then back diagonally left with a barrier, and then back with an andesite wall. And again, you'll place your blue carpet on top. Nice. For the other side, this one's a little bit weirder, but it, I guess, is still fine. If you take the back right-hand corner of red wool, you'll count left by 1 and place a... Okay, you'll take the, I guess, back right-hand corner and place an andesite wall here. Left of it, a barrier, and then left of that, another andesite wall. Extend forward from that wall with 2 barriers, and then an andesite wall. And then you will count forward 2 and right 1 and place an andesite wall. Extend it right 1. Back with 2 barriers and then an andesite wall. And you can place blue carpet on top of all of that. It's just kind of 2 L shapes. Like so. You can actually get rid of your barriers along with your andesite walls and blue carpets. I'd recommend putting your barriers in your inventory if you're not a person who just uses /clear to empty your hotbar. But you want to get out red wool, and this is kind of wrong, essentially. This nether brick fence should be right another block. And then the red wool should also be pushed over, or not pushed over, but it should extend another row to the right, so it is 5 rows in total instead of 4. I may have said 5, actually. I may have said right by 4 rows. But it should line up with the magenta regardless at the back. I don't know, because I feel like I remember saying right by 4. But I don't know. If you had it as 4 like I did, then that's fine. If you had it as 5, then I'm sorry, I just screwed you up a little bit more. But anyway. Let's go to the dark oak planks here and just go kind of front to back on them. And you want to do this pattern. You want to place 2 white carpet, gray carpet, white carpet, gray carpet, and then the next 5 will be all white carpet. Above the final white carpet on the wall, you'll place a dark oak trapdoor open up against it. To the left of the front, what is it, 6 dark oak planks, you'll place an upside-down spruce slab per. Just like so. In the back left-hand corner in front of this magenta pillar, you'll place 3 yellow terracotta extending up. Off the middle one, you want a polished black stone button. You can clear your inventory and get out a painting, iron bar, item frames, mangrove stairs, mangrove door. I almost missed this plant twice. Purple concrete. I can't do that. There we go. Flower pot, bamboo, and oak leaf. First off, on the yellow terracotta above the polished blackstone button, you want a 1x1 painting. I have it as the one with the flower on it, if anybody particularly cares. Surely that's important, because it's a recent painting. I don't know. Starting from the back upside-down spruce slab and going every other block moving forward, you'll just place an iron bar. The front one should be open, which is fine, and you should have 3 iron bars. Off of the left of each iron bar, you want an item frame. And then on the cyan terracotta below them, you'll place a mangrove stair facing right. To the right of that, you'll place a mangrove door up against it. This is very tight, I do realize. Again, this lobby is just kind of janky, but it is what it is. Opposite of the... what is that? The pass? Whatever it is. It's the one that gives you the free pass. But you want to be just in front of it, essentially, all the way forward. Here, you want to place a purple concrete with a flower pot on top. In the flower pot, you want bamboo, and then on the block above, you'll place an oak leaf. And then you can leaf that area alone. I had to make a bad pun, I'm sorry. Clear your inventory, and you want to grab out a loom. What banner is this? A black banner. Wasn't sure. White dye, black dye, and I don't know. We might need to make another one, actually, for this, I am thinking. Sorry. Yeah, we will have to make 2. That's fine. But so you need 2 black banners, then. And in addition, with your white and black dye, you need... I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. You need red and purple, and that's it. So, smack your loom on the floor aggressively and put in a black banner. And also put in your white dye. You want to start by doing the per pale inverted, which is, I believe, the... Is it the... What is it, actually? I don't know what it is. That's a really good question. It's one of the halves fully white. It is the right half? Yeah, the right half fully white. You don't want to put in your black dye, and you want to... Oh, okay, that's a structure block. Oh my god. You want to do Chief Sinister Canton and Base Sinister Canton, which are the 2 of the corners. I don't know which ones they are. It is the bottom right and top left. Or top right? Yeah, top right. You don't want to put back in your white, and you want to do Chief Dexter Canton, which is top left. And Base Dexter Canton, which is bottom left. There's your checkerboard banner. You will place this off either side of the bottom yellow terracotta on the little magnet machine in the corner. Now, there is one thing I will point out. I originally on these red concrete pillars, I had these banners like this. Like, so, it depends if you like it or not, you can kind of make that choice. They just kind of magically disappeared, though, one day. I don't know where they went. So, yeah, I don't have them anymore. I may end up adding them back eventually, but just do keep that as a note. That those were there at one point and would have been in the tutorial if they didn't vanish. For the other black banner, it is as follows. Put in your black and also your white. And you want to do per pale inverted again, which is the right half fully white. You'll then put in your purple and do per fess, which is the full top half purple. I know that one. You can then put in a red dye, and you'll do the roundel, which is just the circle in the middle. And then you'll also do... Wait, you'll actually do... you'll put in your white dye, sorry. And then you will do... Base Dexter Canton, which is the bottom left. Put in your black and do Base Sinister Canton, which is bottom right. And then put in your red and do Borger. That was so scuffed. This one will be on the nether brick fence, just at a little bit of an angle. Kind of facing, I guess, towards the corner here. I don't know why it's facing the corner now that I'm considering it, but it's how it is anyway. And according to my lack of a calculation, that should be this room done. Nice. That's honestly, like, all we really have time for, but I'm going to do a little bit of the layout of the top floor, I think. We're going to just kind of get at least the kitchen laid out. So if you want to head up here, I'm going to just break through you. You want to head outside to this area, and yeah, I think we're going to lay out the kitchen so we can do that one first for next part, and then we'll end up probably having, I don't know, a little bit more. So you want to start off by getting out block of iron, cyan terracotta, black concrete, smooth quartz blocks, and blue terracotta, and that should be all we need to finish this off. Now, if you take this doorway, we're going to make this one... Well, no, you'll take these cyan terracottas and extend them down an additional one. We're going to make this the same where we're embedding ourselves in the floor, even though we're up higher. You want to bring this front cyan terracotta to the... forward towards the opening here with 9 block of iron. Just like so. You'll then extend right by 1. And then you'll place... I guess a smooth quartz block, and then a black concrete. And then going over from there, you will place, oh god, 13 block of iron. And then extend back with 8. And then left by 11. Then back by 5, and then left by 5, and you should connect back. You will extend each block of iron up by 3. Do keep in mind when you do this, the smooth quartz block exists, and it's there, so don't go over it. But yeah. And then I think next part we will hopefully be able to finish this side. I don't know if we'll be able to, that's kind of hopeful, but... seeing as how long that bottom room just took. But that room is also big. This room is not here. So you should end up with this. From there, you'll place 3 rows of cyan terracotta on top of the block of iron. Just make sure where the cyan terracotta doorway is, you'll just place 2 rows on top, so it is the same height up. But yeah, and you can also connect the cyan terracotta above the 1 doorway on the, I guess, front wall with the logic we're using here. But it's, I guess, technically right from the front of the build. Also, I guess it's a good point. The outside area here, this little, like, diagonal area from the weird diagonal hallway, you can coat those blackstone slabs to prevent lighting from going in. I don't think I've worried about that yet in this map, but I'm not really sure. 2 things I'll leave you with, again, to head to next episode. So, first off, actually, the checkerboard pattern in the kind of doorway here, you'll just extend out an additional row, kind of into the open area, but this entire floor you will fill in with a black concrete smooth quartz block checkerboard pattern going all the way through like so. The other thing you will do is a block up from the top of the walls, you'll fill in the ceiling with blue terracotta. This is fairly easy. But yeah, I will leave you off with that, and next part, then we will be able to do the inside of the kitchen here, and then we can hopefully get this entire room done, but again, it's a big room, so I'm not particularly hopeful. But anyway, once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your part 12 of the FNAF Security Breach lobby complete. No, 11, sorry, not 12. I'm ahead of myself here. Thank you guys so much if you guys did enjoy this video. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.